Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol is a staple of the Christmas season. But this year in Kingston, Bottle Tree Productions are running it with a twist. Let's find out more.
Oh, bless my soul. Who's this? It is I, your Uncle Scrooge. I've come for Christmas dinner. Will you let me in, Fred?
My guest is Charles Robertson, who is the director of this year's edition of A Christmas Carol. But this one has a twist, Charles. You want to tell us about that?
Well, it's a musical, and it was done at Madison Square Gardens for 10 years. And Alan Menken, who did Beauty and the Beast, did the music for this. And Lynn Ahrens, who did Little Shop of Horrors, did the book for this. And it is the same story, but instead of the actor, instead of being a straight show, a straight play, where the actor has to convey all the emotion, the music conveys a lot of the emotion in this show. And it's great music, it's beautiful. So
other than that, it follows the story of, well, it's a story about redemption.
Redemption for sure.
Absolutely. It's something that often families, it's written in the Old English, and it's not always the most interesting, but this brings a new element to it.
Yes, it does. I mean, there are lines from, it's a short story anyways, and we have like bits of the original story in the dialogue. The music has a running theme about Scrooge gets separated from his feeling of home because his dad gets taken away to debtor's prison, and his mom is a single mom, and Charles Dickens was forced to work when he was really young in a factory, in a shoe factory, and I think that always haunted him. So Scrooge's character, I don't think that's not in the short story, but the people who did this show are aware that Dickens had worked as a child, so they have his character working as a child, losing his home, and then with the redemption, he gets to come back home again, which is a very powerful and moving scene at the end of the play.
Good morning, Mr. Scrooge.
Good morning, Mr. Marley. What a fine day.
Line at the door, sir.
Ready for business, yes indeed.
Money to make.
Money galore, sir.
Money for all we'll ever need. Marley and Scrooge, perfectly suited gentlemen with one game to play.
Profit, yes, and nothing less than
Humbug if we don't do well today.
It was really interesting to be able to stretch my acting legs. Last year I did the show and I was just part of the chorus, and so this year I have a dedicated role, so it was interesting to tap into that.
What other kinds of roles have you played?
Actually, my role in A Christmas Carol last year was my return to the stage after a 9-year hiatus away. So it was a bit of a departure trying to get back into it, but it's been a lot of fun.
It is kind of fun getting back into it, I bet, yes. And you play other roles too.
Yes, I'm also playing Fred, Scrooge's nephew, trying to beseech Scrooge to come to Christmas dinner with him and his wife Sally. And then also again in the chorus, multiple parts.
And then it ends with Scrooge coming to dinner.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. He realizes the error of his ways and decides to surround himself with family and really embody the spirit of Christmas.
Before he is also as dead as a doornail.
Yes, this is true.
with a red front door and a roaring fire and a Christmas tree.
Yes, a place called home.
On top of everything else, you have 45 people in this.
Yes, I can't count that high, but that's roughly what...
Really? That's amazing.
What I assume the number is.
And right across the board in ages and so on?
From probably like 6 or 8 up to people in their 60s. And from all levels of experience and all walks of life. So it's truly a community production.
I've been left so alone.
when the clock strikes 3. I know you.
Is it a theme that works in 2015?
Yeah, I think so. And I think there's a number of ways of verifying that. First of all, it's still extremely popular all over, well, the Western world. Mm-hmm. Even here in Kingston, how many different versions of Christmas Carol are we going to see this Christmas? Right. We're going to see a recitation version, we're going to see a film version, and then, of course, the musical. There's an appetite for this because the spirit of the film and the play and the musical still speaks.
Thank you for being with us, William.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Welcome home, Uncle Scrooge. Welcome home to family.
The Bottle Tree production of A Christmas Carol runs from December 17th to December 19th. For tickets, contact the Grand Theatre. For K-Town Source, I'm Donna Chambers.
Home, you and I will